name is Mike Castino. I represent U.S. Bancorp Fund Services, specializing in exchange-traded products, everything from passive ETFs to active ETFs to next share products. And we have the ability at U.S. Bancorp to help existing issuers as well as those looking to get into the space with every single facet of service provider roles such as custodial, administrative, and distributor, all the way down to legal filings and other very helpful resources to help people get into space. I have a personal opinion on that topic. I came out of the trading floor world from the Chicago Mercantile Exchange as a former futures trader. So some may say that that's kind of foreign to the ETF world, but there's a lot of similarities, especially with capital markets interaction. So my point is, I think that the industry that we're in can use dynamic individuals who like to learn, like to understand new products, and understand how to collaborate within an environment both internally and externally with clients. I really think it's an open industry where, unless you're specializing in something like accounting or legal administration, there's room for a lot of diverse backgrounds within this industry. I think one of the things that I would ask them is, I'd ask them to kind of project where they'd like to be 3 years from now, 5 years from now, and 10 years from now. I think you can get a very realistic view of what that person's intentions are. Of course you want someone who's motivated. Of course you want someone who has big dreams and aspirations. But I think you can get a good gauge of how realistic they are about their career path, whether they're really not hitting their goals or whether they are hitting their goals. Obviously is going to be important to them, but you need to give them a little realistic dose of, you're not going to be executive chairman of the group in 3 years. I think the best advice, and I learned that throughout my career, coming from being an independent trader, basically working for myself, and then having to collaborate both internally and externally, internally with colleagues, externally with clients. Be open and really truly be collaborative, and you're going to want to put your opinions and your viewpoints forcefully forward. But even if you disagree with something, give it time, talk it out, try to understand everything, and don't have a narrow lens in this industry that is just built upon your own personal biases. Try to incorporate some of the viewpoints of other people and make your lens a little bit more diverse, and I think you'll see things a little bit clearer. Definitely the patience, because when I came out of the floor trading world, I felt that I was fairly successful. I wasn't a superstar, I'll never claim that. But when you have to reinvent yourself, you kind of have to start from square one. So patience is the key. I did exactly what I just mentioned before, and I thought that in 3 years I would catapult to something that I had in my mind where I should be. It takes a little bit longer. You may catch a break, you may be elevated quicker, but at the same time, make sure that, again, you're building that lens in the right fashion so you don't maybe rub someone the wrong way or inadvertently step on somebody's ideas, try to make them look a little bit less than you in an effort to self-promote. I think that's devastating in the industry. So always value your colleagues, whether they're above you or below you. Priorities for 2018 continue to be to educate folks in the ETF space about all of their options for getting into the exchange-traded product world, whether that's acting as their own advisor, whether that's helping them to make introductions to existing advisors. We want to make sure that they're fully educated on all their options, the costs, the benefits, the pros and the cons. Operationally, we focus on making sure that our existing clients who are advisors are up to speed on all the regulatory and compliance issues, whether they're existing or coming down the pike, such as the fiduciary rules that are looming on the horizon, as well as all the liquidity requirements that are going to be imposed on a rollout basis for funds in the future.